Hi friends, in the part 1 we have seen how we will prepare a HTML form, its inputs and how the form is submitted. Now in the part 2 we will see how the action page is prepared and data it receives. Now all the data we receive is in a value name value pair. So a name attribute was the name attribute of any input text or radio button or a checkbox. So here it is, one radio button is also there, so one input type text is there. So whatever you see, there are one data is entered here and one radio button is selected. Now this, by when you submit this creates a name value pair. Name is here, it's taken from this name attribute, value is what the user has entered. Then ampersand is in between them, separating the one name value pair. The name of gender is taken from here, and the selection, the value part of the selection. Here the selection is female, so value part of female is taken. So this name value pair is taken, and the attribute name of any input component, and the value is the data entered or selected by user. So now finally there are two methods data is pushed. One is by get and another is post. So we'll see that, but in a URL also we can configure. Say I am configuring a link like this, or is a action page.php. Now name or the attribute I can give name part here, value part I can give it with the after equal to sign, and what's the question mark here, which separates the this page add name with the data. So the gender value is female, and once the user clicks here, all this page action page receives the data as this name value pair. Here you just see that get and the link, these two methods where use the address bar to send the data. So data is passed through the address bar. In the post method, header is used, but it is always in the name value pair. Now let's understand what's the difference between a get and post method. In the browser history, while you are using a get method, the data remains in the browser history, but in a post method, data is not available. So, and it's when you bookmark it, because it is available in the address, you can bookmark with the data. So you want to send a friend, look at this link, and you have submitted some data. So the link you can send it to a friend who can bookmark it. But post method is no data is available in the URL, so you can't bookmark it, and there is a length restriction when you are sending it by get. But when you are using a post method, there is no such restriction. And get method can be cached, whereas there is no meaningful catch in the post method. So usually get method you should not use, or you should never use is password or a pin etc. when you are exposing or you are sending through get method, because the URL can be cached, and or URL I can bookmark it and send it to outside also. So better than get method, the data is not exposed through URL, but there are other security issues are also there. So, and another thing, moment let's understand the URL part. You can see this is a hyperlink. This is the site name. Up to this is the address, URL or the address of it. Now the question mark is started. So beyond that it is the data. ID value is 2489 and the user value is Tom. So this is name, this is the value. This is the name, this is the value. So URL or address is separated from these two by this question mark. So that is how. Now let's just think on this. What's you are understood between the query string and a get method. What happens if your action attribute is left blank in the form? Where the form will be submitted? The answer is it submits to itself. Then what happens if method attribute in the form is left blank? So by default, what is it? Is get or post? Then what is the difference between get and post method? We already discussed. Please go through it. Thank you. Was our next, where you will discussing about how you can submit a form or how to validate the input data.